speaking on behalf of Christy Flores today, so I don't want to do any disservice of what she's actually given me. She's put in a lot of effort here to give me the notes, and she's been really, she's made sure there's a lot of information there for you, so I think you've probably received a lot more because she's not here today. There are a couple of things that I wanted to bring up that she has put in these notes, and it's just under Christy's name. A couple of things that she's pointed out is the shot clock, and as Steve was saying, it's 14 seconds. Be aware of that because it does become quite a quick game when it's 14 seconds. She's talked about adjusting to the pace of the game. There's no time for thinking, it's just a matter of just getting in and taking the first shot. She's talked about the physicality of the game, and in saying that, Steve said last night that a lot of things will probably be left, so it's a bit like street ball. So she talked about the kids adjusting to actually a lot more physical aspects of the game. She talked also about the scoring system influence. So while you might want to be taking it to the hoop quite a bit, she did say that if a team was shooting outside the 2-point area, it did mean that they were obviously not shooting as many shots because they were getting 2 points for it, and she was trying to take it to the ring a lot more. So she found that in one game, if the kids didn't adjust to that, obviously the 2-pointer was giving them a lot more points than that 1 point. So she said that the kids have to learn to adjust to, if they're outside shooters, to get out on that shot as well. She talks about having a no coach, but as you know, at this tournament we are going to have a coach here. So just for if you do go further in 3-on-3, she said to keep everything simple, make everything really simple for the kids. She said to any adjustments that you had to make, try and make them simple as well. And she talked about the versatility of the athletes. She had a rule, every time there was a dead ball, they subbed, because the coach was sitting up in the bench, up in the grandstand. So every time there was a dead ball, and there wasn't many dead balls, she said, so every time there was a dead ball, she subbed. And all the kids were about the same height, same ability, same sort of play. And so every time there was a dead ball, they had to sub regardless. So I thought that was pretty interesting. She talked about staying in the moment, and in saying that, if the child thinks that a foul should have been called and they're having a whinge about it, a cry about it, she said, you scored on. She said there was no time for you to think, to look at the ref or to look at the coach or to look at someone. She said if they weren't staying in the moment, you were scored on. So that was quick transition from offence to defence, quick transition to defence to offence. She also talks about her preparation. She had limited time. So her main thing that I wanted to bring up here was the player selection. So in picking her players, they had to be versatile, they had to be good scorers, they had to be athletes, and anyone that was a strong one-on-one player. So anyone who likes to think about the game, I guess, struggled in 3-on-3, they just had to be able to take it to the ring straight away. She talks about attacking the ring in offence, taking every open shot. I thought this was pretty interesting. Didn't matter where the child was on the court, take that shot. She thought an open shot was much better than a turnover, so an extra pass and a turnover. So whenever there was an open shot, she said take it. It didn't matter what it was up to, just make sure you take that shot. On defence, having the same sort of kids in the group, picking up the closest player. Wasn't about number 5's mine, number 4's mine, it was the closest player, and you're finding them and you're marking them, and no time to think about it, you're just matching up with them. She also talked about, it was about containing your own player on defence. It wasn't about trying to steal the ball or get the ball, it was just containing your own player. It wasn't about getting in the help, it was you look after your girl, you look after your guy, and that's the way that she played that. And she talked about getting the boards. The boards were pretty important for her, boxing out at all times. Sorry, I don't know what I'm touching. And then there's a little bit about game management for coaches as well, just down there. But what I'll do now, she actually gave me quite a few different drills that she did have limited time. And so she's just given me quite a few drills that she'd like me to run through with you. And so if I can grab 3 red inside the key and 3 white outside the key. And Jessie, if you can be my shooter. Oh, you can bring your own ball. So the white just spread out. So in this instance, every drill that she did was a quick drill, and she always counted down in everything that she did in her drill. The minute the ball got outside the 3-point line, she started saying 8, 7, 6, just so that the kids understood that's how quick the game was going to be. So whatever drill she did, she always started the countdown. The 3 red that are on the inside, they're on offense. They're going to be on offense. The 3 white on the outside are on defense. And for this particular drill, Jessie's going to shoot it for us. The coach can shoot it. Jessie's just going to shoot it. The offense, as soon as you get the ball, your 14 seconds count starts. They have to get 2 feet outside the 2-point line. Defense have to get 2 feet inside the key. 2 feet. So while that isn't a FIBA rule, that is just the rule for this drill. So the red have to get 2 feet outside everyone, not just the ball person, everyone, and white have to get 2 on the inside. Okay, so if we could just do that and then just play 3 on 3 just for now. Yep, please. Seven, 6, 5, okay. So, and the first thing that Remy did when Remy got the rebound, another thing that he just made me remember is it was safe for her to dribble the ball out rather than pass it out. She thought that was a much safer thing for the game. Okay, now what if we can do, when we get into our 3 on 3, whoever gets it outside on the wing, we have a skip pass, and when we make that skip pass, then you're going to drive. Okay, so we'll just get the 3 red on the inside. So we'll put it in. I want you to take it to the wing, a skip pass, and then it's a drive. Keep playing. And a drive. Right, so this is probably a shot that she just wanted an open shot taken. Yep, so anytime there's open, just take a shot, okay? If we could just do that again, Sammy, if you can just make the skip pass to Blake again. Just let her make that skip pass. So when Blake takes that drive, Sammy's actually popping to the corner, yep, and we've got Remy coming in as well, okay? But if this shot is open, it's just a quick shot, okay? So that's pretty much the first thing. Anytime that you get the ball on the wing, it's a quick drive. Any sort of penetration. Quick drive and people fill in around. For this drill, the only way you can score is by being on defense. Okay, you can't score on offense. To get onto defense, you score, then you become defense. And then every time you get a stop, so that's an offensive board. Anytime, yeah, an offensive board, a score, or a shooting foul, okay? And that's when you can get onto defense. So then she just played first to 3 or first to 5 or first to 7, something like that. So, and that was the quick game of it. We're not going to do that now because we don't really have enough time. Okay. The next thing that she talked about was actually some OBS, means an on-ball screen, just in case. So if we have the 3 whites on the offense now and the 3 reds on defense, and if we can give the ball to Tian, please, and Jessie, you just pop out. So here, just any sort of on-ball screen. So, I've forgotten your name. Ellie. Setting a screen here. She wants Blake to actually get in front of it, to get over the top of it, so you can see where she's written. It's called 11s, and that's just an opals thing that they've called 11s and 13s. So 11s means getting over, And then you can see it says flat hedge. The flat hedge is Remy staying with his back to the basket, okay, and protecting the basket, not giving any baseline. So here, Blake would be getting over the top of Ellie's screen. If Remy does have to stay switch, then they call switch, which I believe is 13s. If not, Blake's staying with it, and Remy here is just protecting this baseline. So it's called a flat hedge. So if we just want to do some on-ball screens, so starting inside white, because you're going to be on offense. And we want on-ball screens. Yep. Let's go. Any on-ball screens? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, just do it one more time. Any sort of on-ball screens? Let's go. Quick, quick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. Okay. So now if we can just have 3 on offense and we don't need any defense. So White, do you want to hop off? Okay, starting inside the key again. Everything she made start inside so that they had to realise they had to a quick transition back out and counting. Okay, so this one is just a, we're going to take it to the wing. You're going to penetrate, and when we penetrate, Remy, you're going to go in behind, be the safety valve, and Sammy, you're going to go baseline. Yep. So Blake, you're going to have it from the outside. Yep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So any sort of penetration and kicking, okay? So she just went through that sort of stuff. Jessie, if you can shoot it for them so they can get it out. Just make it quick. Quick, quick. 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so you can just see any sort of penetration and make sure there's movement from the people who are away from the ball. The next one you can see is a handoff. So Blake, if I can have you at the point, just to show it first. So driving towards Remy, and then a handoff there, and then Blake is either going away from the basket to the basket, depending on where Remy's going, and then Sammy's still got that baseline there. So if we can just do that quickly, Jessie, you just shoot it up for us inside the key. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Just do it one more time, please. 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so that was just the handoff one. And then if Sammy, you just have the ball over there, please, on the wing. Making a skip pass. And then after the skip pass, it's just a cut from Sammy. And so that was just the first pass and cut, okay? And that's all it was for that one. So if we can start inside, Jessie. It's just a skip pass. Okay, and then the next one, Sammy, if you can have the ball just before Jessie. Pass to Blake, onto Remy, and then that was just the second pass and cut. So now Blake's cutting, and of course Sammy would move around or go to the baseline. She has to make sure that she's also an open player. Just do that one for us. Just a simple pass and cut. The next one that she's named, Sammy, if you can have it out on the wing. Remy, you hop in the middle for me in the no charge area. And Blake, you're on the wing there. This is called post the rim. So she said if you have a big person, start them in here and keep them in here as much as you can. She didn't have that luxury because she had more versatile, smaller people, but if you do have, I've seen a couple of big guys that are here. She said this is called post the rim. Apparently it's the new buzzword, so post the rim. He's going to start here and then just up to the foul line. We're going to make that pass to him, and Blake's going to cut off him. And so it's looking for the open shot for Remy or looking for Blake for the open shot. So if we start inside. And you go base. So you're looking for it as well. Just one more time. Now if we just keep Remy inside and we keep Sammy with the ball here, and Blake, you're still on your wing. If Remy comes to the block here, and the ball goes into Remy, Blake's cutting off Remy and Sammy's also cutting off Remy as well. So it was the two options there. Blake, I think actually coming towards more to the foul line, sorry. So more towards the foul line. Okay. Just one more, please. This is the wing post, just in case you're looking for it. Okay, and if we stick with the wing post, she's got another one here. So Remy still starts underneath inside the charge area. And then he's coming out and the pass is made. And if Sammy cuts and she can't get that, then she's setting a screen for Blake. And Blake's coming off that screen. Sammy's going towards the basket and Blake's coming here. Okay, so if Sammy didn't get that first cut, she's coming across and setting a screen. So if we could just quickly do that, please. Pardon? Yep. Thank you. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. As you can see in this 3 on 3, we don't do a whole lot of passing, cutting, passing, screen away. Everything's just a quick pass, quick shot, which is why we're able to move through this pretty quickly. This one, we still have the post the rim. And Sammy, if you can just be at the top here for me. And you're on the wing, yep. So this one's on the next page, top on ball screen. So if Remy comes up and sets an on-ball screen, sorry Sammy, can you come here? Thanks. On-ball screen here, you go, yep, so she's going that way. And then we're looking for Blake, who's going baseline. Remy's also going to go to the basket as well. Okay, so this is just an on-ball screen from the post. Yep, just one more, please. Sammy, if you could just move more to the wing. You're still on the wing, Blake. And we're setting a screen, a wing on-ball screen. Yep. And then you're fading away, Rem. Yep. And you're going baseline as well. Yep. Okay, if we can do that, please. A wing on-ball screen. One more time, please. Okay, and you can see there the things that Christy's given us. There's a variety of different little things that you can just run with the players. It wasn't called or anything, it was just something that the kids were able to adjust to themselves. You can see that it is a quick game, so keeping the numbers going down, moving them through everything nice and quickly makes them adjust to such a quick game, and being able to be aware of the boards and not be concerned about the last play but moving on to the next play. Christy said there's a lot of on-ball screens. She thought that was probably the main part of the game, so be aware of on-ball screens and setting a lot of on-ball screens. She said that if anyone had any questions about any of the stuff that is in this booklet or anything that we just showed you then, let me know and I can get you in contact with her. While I had this book, it was a shame that she wasn't here because she does have a lot of inside information. She was very interesting to listen to. I could have talked to her a bit longer on the phone, but she was just in a little bit of a rush, and I hope that you've been able to get something out of what I've been able to show you from Christy. Yep.